calling. I'm about to straighten my hair though. Hey, get out of here. Looks like a mosquito. We about to go inside in a second. I'm in a tweet mood. I need to listen to nothing but tweet right now. I wish y'all could hear this shit. Like, this is when I wish YouTube would stop being a hoe. Because, yeah, y'all need to be able to hear the music. Renew my passport today online because I really want to avoid going to the damn USPS office if I can. Who wants to do that shit? They don't even want me going up there. The damn people who work there don't want me coming. So I was doing that online, and there's an error on the site where it just keeps messing up, and I'm getting irritated because I blew my hair out again so I could take a new passport photo. I just wanted that look because my last passport was with my hair natural or curly. I just wanted a different look for the passport. And now this motherfucker not even working. I can still take the pictures, but I'm gonna just do it tomorrow. I think I might walk to the grocery store. Like, let that be my walk for today. Oh God. But I'm definitely gonna chill today. Tomorrow is gonna be my out and about day. Tomorrow, I think me and my friend are gonna go to CB2 Outlet, see what they got. I just have to come to terms with the fact that I have expensive taste when it comes to this furniture shit. But every couch that I like is $2,500 plus. Like, that's just the reality of it all. I'm not seeing a couch that I'm serious about buying that's cheaper than $2,500. So, yeah. For lunch, I'm just doing some salmon and some sweet potato. Oh, how about this, girl? Now I got my waist down. My waist is down a whole half an inch. Big deal. Big deal. And really, the reason why that is because I haven't been eating a lot. So it's from straight just like, you hungry, bitch. I'm not keeping myself from eating. I've just been lazy about cooking. Today I'm gonna do these sweet potatoes, a little butter, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a little bit of brown sugar. I don't have a vegetable, so I wish I had some kale or something. This will just have to do. Taste it. Ow, burnt my lip. I don't know if that sweet potato is still good. When did I buy that sweet potato? It's definitely been at least 2 weeks. At least, pretty sure. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. A little bit of honey over the salmon. Squeeze a lemon. Taxi, I won't give, I won't leave. Gotta clean this kitchen. I gotta wash my brushes. I got shit to do. I need to send that email. This don't look great, but this is lunch. Hey. Bye. Ow. I have to do braids tonight. I'm glad I'm taking these out. Cause like this is the kind of thing that's gonna fall. The braid does too, but at least the braid gives a little bit more. A quick little Bye. I'm gonna go take a walk and I'll see you girls when I get back. Just need some fresh air. Walking fresh air. Not just like a step outside, but like I need a step. I need a walk. So yeah, I'll see y'all when I get back. A little bit of groceries secured. So I opened up Twitter last night and the first thing I saw was this girl talking about how she feels like men only like her when she's being a horrible woman. Okay, and I've discussed this before, either here or like on one of my lives, where I was telling y'all that this one guy I was talking to, he was really responsive to me when I was acting like a bitch. My version of like acting like a bitch is like telling a nigga to shut the fuck up, right? Like not mincing any words, being somewhat demanding, that type of shit. Some people are in my DMs like, yeah, the only way to get a man to respect you is if you respect yourself enough to like stand up to him. And I'm like, that's not the issue over here. It's not a matter of like, because I'm not horrible, that means I'm not standing up for myself. It's more so, I'm being kind, I'm being nice, I'm being sweet. Because that's how I want to treat a guy that I like. A guy that I don't like, yeah, I'll treat him however I want to. If he's getting on my nerves and doing shit, then yeah. But like a man that I like, why would I not be sweet to him? I want to be sweet because I want him to be sweet to me. And that's what I said. I was just like, yo, if I gotta play games and all that just to get a nigga to act right, I'm not interested. Like the dude I was talking to that liked that mean shit, when I was super nice to him and sweet, and I told him this, I was like, yo, I noticed that when I'm being super nice and sweet, you low-key be acting like annoyed and aggravated. But when I'm being a bitch and talking to you crazy, as he used to say, like, yo, you talk to me crazy, that's when he's smiling, he perking up, he's engaging in the conversation more. So it's like, you don't even know what you want, because it's one thing you speak about it like it's a negative thing that I speak to you like this, but when I speak to you like this is when you are more engaging in the conversation. This is when you are more like, it seems like you're enjoying it. I just think that's interesting. And that's not a habit I'd want to get into with my partner. Like talking to each other crazy, that's when you perk up. What's wrong with you? No, I want my man to appreciate my sweetness as I would his. This ain't no damn battle of the damn, you know what I'm saying? Who can fake each other out with the mean shit? You know, oh, we just playing, but I don't want to do that weirdo ass shit. I'm typically not a I'm too old for this type bitch, but I'm realizing like some of the shit that I be hearing, it's like, oh, okay, like I'm too old for that shit. Like, and people who like to engage in that, I'd be like, you too old for that shit too. Like, what are you doing? Woo, I need to sit under the fan. Hot. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye.
I know you don't want a green card. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Y'all, wash these sponges. Look how much dirt is on these hoes. You can see how brown that water is. Yuck. And it's not dirt, it's makeup, but still, they're dirty. I let these sponges sit in soapy water for like a cool 5 to 10 minutes. And I just kind of like squeeze the makeup out. Bring them out real good. Now let's lay them out. Fabulous. Yeah, girl. So, brushes is washed. Face proofs are washed. Kitchen is cleaned. I'm feeling good. Like, I guess there might be some truth to that. I go to sleep peacefully when I know the kitchen is clean, because I will have a wonderful rest knowing that my home is clean.
And so is that, and so is that, and so is that.
Ew.
Okay? That's what he said.
Gross. Okay, girls, we are about to do some makeup. It's been a minute since I did some makeup. I'm so happy that I washed my brushes. I'm listening to the Friend Zone podcast, and they just started talking about something Neo said. I haven't finished what it was that he said, but y'all may have caught that first part of it. Basically, he was saying that Neo did the interview, and the people who were interviewing him asked him how his children respond to his polyamorous relationship. Do they ask questions? Da, 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 da. And Neo responded by saying, like, what did he say? Now I want to run it back.
How do his kids feel about that or whatever? And Neil said that he doesn't try to hide it. You know, he said it's like, hey, this is that.
Oh yeah. Neo said that he doesn't try to hide it, and so he'll be like, you know, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he speaks about women, and just that quote alone, it's like, those women are objects to you. They are your ego in walking, talking form. This relationship is just a testament to his own ego. And man, once you unlock that discernment, I swear you will avoid a world of hurt, because you'll realize, not even just with people who you're dating, but just people in general, your expectations will really be leveled, because you'll realize, yo, this person and what they do and how they move and the decisions that they make, most of this shit ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I mean? They're gonna put them first, and they're gonna consider how this, you know, pumps up their fucking ego. And I'm telling you, in relation to like dating and shit, man, that's just, it's really helped me to understand people better. It's also really helped me to not internalize behavior as well, because I can be a real sad girl when it comes to these dudes and feeling like, you know, not lately, but in my lifetime, I've definitely been like, damn, what was it about me that he didn't like that made him, you know what I mean, not choose me? And in reality, girl, it don't even be that. It don't even be that. That man gonna choose himself anytime he has the opportunity to. And it's also a great lesson in, you should too, girl. Choose you. The thing is though, I have no problem with somebody choosing themselves so long as it's not at the expense of someone else. Don't be carrying on like, you know, you about something else when really you just about yourself. That's what'll have you eliminated from being able to just be a part of my life, period, is if I realize like, you're just a self-serving, selfish fuck. You know, we're going full face. We're going full face today. I do want to get back to just doing, like, remember when I was doing just spot concealer? Like just putting concealer in certain spots and blending that out and just doing concealer under the eye? I would love to get back to that, but I was using a specific concealer and I don't have that concealer anymore. Well, I have it, but there's like nothing left. I would love to do that, especially on days like this. Like, I ain't doing nothing for real. Not nothing where I need a full face. Like, I'd be okay with just a little concealer today. But my concealers are not the right shade for that use. I got up today and I meditated. Girl. I sat in the sun and the quiet and just sat there in silence and just breathed. And I had a real woo-woo thought, like, yo, this sun has been with me my entire life. Like, this sun has seen me more than anybody else. It's gone with me on every trip, okay? I've seen it at every age, every phase of my life. And I was just having a sun appreciation moment because, oh, they're outside vacuuming. Because I really go looking for the sun. I'm a run to the sun type bitch. I go looking for it. I love the sun. I love it, and I can feel my body is like missing just like the heat and the warmth of the sun. And I need to get into some nature. I need to get into some nature very soon. Whenever my hair is blown out or straight, my head gets so hot. Maybe it happens when my hair is curly too and I just don't like feel it, but man, that's why I took that scarf off. My head is literally so hot, like I feel like I'm sweating my shit out. I was about to put on some music, but I just remembered I can't. Not with y'all right here, and I want to keep talking. I feel like I can smell cigarettes. But low key, that could be my maintenance man. Like, he's so thick with cigarette smoke that I feel like I would be able to smell that shit if he was sitting outside my door. Honestly, that's how thick that smell is on him. It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad that like I don't even like him at my house. Like, I wanted to call maintenance for something, but I'm like, if he comes, like, I don't want him coming in here. It's so thick, y'all. It leaves a literal cigarette smell in your house. You have to keep the door open for like an hour after he leaves with the fan on and light a candle or an incense immediately. It's just like, you ain't about to come up here funking up the joint. I don't think so, buddy. One thing I'm having to remind myself as I step into my entrepreneur bag is that you gotta spend money to make money. That's a tough one for me because, bitch, I don't even like spending money for real. But it's just the fact of the matter. And I'm having a hard time coming to terms with the fact that I gotta spend a little something for certain things to shake, certain things to move. Close this dry. I also think it's a fair, hesitancy because the economy is so bad. So it's like, I only want to spend my money on stuff I know is a for sure return. But it's like, if you're not going to be willing to take a risk, you may never see what you want to see. I do know risks have to be taken. I know that. I just don't like the risks being my money. I think my friend's here. Fabulous. It's a warm day today, so I'm excited about that. Oh my goodness, thank you. This is what it looks like when I'm doing my research for the Patreon show. Sex and the City in the background, because duh. Notepad, phone, pen. Well,
when it came to Robert, she saw him.
Love that part. My favorite Samantha scene. What did she have, a straightener with her? Her hair was just curly. I loved this boyfriend for her on these 2 episodes. He was really good. He was nice. They had good chemistry. And then she went to Paris.
As if it could be their last.
Miranda proposing to Steve is so Miranda. Good evening, girls. So I'm prepping for, hold on, a broken nail. So I'm prepping for tomorrow's Patreon, which is our monthly live conversation around one specific topic in regards to like sex and relationships. And so this month is about self-love and taking care of self. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Like, anyway, grow up. But yeah, so talking about that or whatever. Before I continue with this subject, please let me say, I am not looking for suggestions. I'm not looking for an opinion on my situation. I'm not looking for you to share your thoughts on my situation. If you want to share your own situation, if you want to give thoughts from experience in this particular situation, then by all means. But I'm not looking for suggestions, opinions, nothing on my situation. I'm just talking. And I want to be able to do that and have these types of conversations without people thinking that I need like a pep talk or like a reminder talk, and it be coming from a good place. I know that it does. I really do. But I guess what I'm saying is I'm just having an out loud conversation. I'm not like asking for suggestions. Okay, so like this is not something I'm really wanting to ask someone. It's just a thought going on in my mind. And I feel like other people might be having this thought or have had this thought. And that's why I feel comfortable to share it. Because I'm like, I know I'm not the only one. Okay, while I do this, I'm going to do my skincare. So, Pop, I was just thinking, right? Because I'm looking up all this stuff for the episode tomorrow night. And then I was watching Sex and the City. And it just made me think, because I was also having a thought similar to this last week. Besides the mental clarity, the emotional peace, and the physical clarity, what am I getting from not having sex? How is not having sex helping me to get closer to my relationship goals? And my relationship goals are just to connect and find a man that I love and want to be with. My theory though, right, is that I have met men that I could see myself with, but there are certain stages in the relationship where things are more tense and a little, there's like less wiggle room. And I think it's because the lightness, the sensuality, the the sensual connection, the intimacy, the next levelness of having sex is not there. So it's like, for me as a person who can connect emotionally, intellectually without sex, that's fine. But for someone who is used to connecting in that way, I'm sure for them it's not as easy for them to see the future the way that I see it. I'm not excusing behaviors. I think what I'm trying to do is just trying to get in the mind of someone who meets me, a guy who meets me, and having physical chemistry, having that urge and that attraction, and not being able to act on it, that might cause a nigga to act up. And I genuinely think some of the guys that I have talked to, our situation ended prematurely, not because I'm not fucking, it's because these guys are unable to connect in the way that I'm able to connect. And the best case scenario is that they would be able to, and they'd stick it out and they'd show me that they are trustworthy enough and that they've earned, you know what I'm saying, access to me in that way. And because I've spent so much time not having sex, I feel like now there's all this pressure around it for me where I'm like, I don't want to feel silly waiting all this time and then decide to start having sex again. Like, you know, when I like someone, if I feel that, then just going with it, and then feeling shitty if things don't work out. It's like, how am I gonna feel after that? Because even if I did have sex with somebody, I'm not having sex with the thought that this is going to be like this casual thing that we're doing. But that's the risk that you take. And that's the question that I ask myself, is like, is that a risk that I'm willing to take? Am I willing to like go there with a nigga and then, you know what I'm saying, a month later, things are totally different? You find something new out about him, or you realize, you know what I'm saying, something about him just doesn't, it's not working, or he realizes that in you, whatever. Just, if it doesn't work, then what? And that then what makes me be like, you know what, fuck no, I'm not gonna do it, because bitch, life is hard enough. I can't imagine adding in a layer of fucking emotional turmoil because a dude you done let spread it isn't picking up your phone calls or started acting different after you gave him that thing. I don't know how I would handle that. And as mature as I am, I don't think I will ever get to a place where I won't internalize that and it feel personal and like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm gonna rip myself up like, what was it about me? Why is he acting different with me? Like that type of shit, I don't know if I could do that. I really don't know if I could do that. But bitch, my number getting pulled. Like I'm getting tired of waiting. I'm getting tired of waiting. Oh, I'm getting tired of waiting. I'm getting tired of waiting. And something about these years, I just feel like this is good puss years. And I intend on having good puss to the day that I'm down on the ground. But you feel what I'm saying? It's just like pretty face, ass fat. Look at that. Look at that. Hey. Pretty face, ass fat. Look at that. Yeah, like it just, I just feel like I should be getting tossed around and having a splendid time, you know, whilst being respected, whilst being treated like a queen. I just feel like, what would happen if I added that into the equation? What would happen? And I'm specifically thinking about people who I've actually dealt with, because who knows in the future. And my discernment is so like, y'all, is there that I don't think that I would have sex with the wrong person. I think there's a chance that the person that I like may not be where I am, you know? And I'll then have to make a decision on whether or not that person can continue on with me, or if I gotta, you know what I'm saying, wipe my hands with that. I don't think I'm choosing the wrong people. I don't think that happens. And it's so, another thing that made me think about all this is that when I was talking to my homegirl a few days ago, I had brought this subject up, and she said the crazy thing is that with you, these guys don't even know that sex is not like off the table. And that's the thing, like, the assumption is that sex is off the table, because when I tell them how long it's been since I've had that type of relationship with somebody, the assumption is that, like, oh, she's waiting for marriage, or oh, I'm definitely not gonna be able to fuck her then. And so there's just like a little bit of like, they just kind of give up. There's a give up energy that is hard for me to explain, because it's like, it's hard for me to pinpoint what it is exactly that they're giving up on. But there's something about their fight that's a little less engaged, you know, that fight to, like, you know what, like, seeing it through. And like, I'm not just talking about like the entirety of the relationship, see it through, like they are trying to see this till the end and there's a ring on my finger. I just mean like, in moments, they're not seeing it through. When there's an opportunity to correct behavior, they don't see it through. When there's a moment to acknowledge my feelings, they don't see it through. They do it halfway. When there's an opportunity for them to apologize and take accountability for their actions, it's one or the other, or nothing, you know what I mean? Or like a little bit of accountability, but not like for the full shit. Like, it's like, I wonder if sex were added into the situation, would they show up differently? And this is not to suggest that the answer is yes or no. This is just to suggest that I don't know, because I've completely removed sex as an option. And now I'm starting to get that itch where it's like, you know, somebody about to get fucked. No, somebody about to get, somebody about to start, somebody got to get fucked. Somebody. Like, for real. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm about to cock my legs open and see what's on the other side of the door. I wanna buy me something tall and brown skin, and I'm trying to see if you want me some more. I'm trying to F-U-C-K that nigga on the hallway. He looking good to wear. I'm trying to F-U-C-K that nigga on the hallway. Nah, I'm on a roll. Whew. Oh shoot, bitch, I forgot to do my damn Duolingo. Ooh, that makes me so mad. Oh shoot, y'all, I'm fucked up. I hope they give me a streak freeze.
¿Es ese tu teléfono?
Let me wash his face, y'all. It's late. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm just like, you know, I do want to have that experience, and just purely from like a fucking, like a pleasure, like from a place of pleasure. And you know what else? I'm also really addressing like my own traumas and like some like shame shit that I got going on with sex, and like having sex and it not being with like your forever man. I'm also addressing that because there's a little bit of that too, like this like moral thing that I'm battling with, of just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And like, I can't do it because of my pride and my ego of just like, I'll get hurt if I'll do that. You know, the only way to not get hurt is if you don't do that. But it's like, that's not necessarily true, you know? And it's really not. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to get on top of something. I'm saying that because it's true. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced that. You can be in love and get hurt. So, I don't know. It's just one of those big decisions that's like, and it's so like drawn out because it's been so long that now it's like really like a decision. It's a whole decision. Like, I feel like I also am kind of annoyed that it's all of that up on it. Like, it can't even just be like, oh, something I do. It's like your first time again. That's how long it's been. Are you hearing me? Like, for real. That's how long it's been. Where if I did it, it would be like my first time. I don't know how to work none of my stuff. For real. It will be like new. And so, you know, there's that, you know, that real part of me that's like, yo, I can't imagine putting myself in that situation with someone who I don't know if they fully care for me. But that's the thing, like, that's what I'm talking about. This person would fully care for me. I don't know if this is the person I'm gonna be with, like if they gonna make it to that round, but like bare minimum, I would know that this person cares about me, right? Do we know anything anymore? Do we? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is what I got going on. That's all I know. And what I know is that in my last situation, although there was a lot of things that needed to be done for me to like see this person as my man, physically, I was ready to get down with the get down. I was ready to get down with the get down. I'll admit that. I was. And not so much because of him, but because of me and my comfort and my needs. Like, I was ready for that. Am I happy we didn't end up doing it? Well, yes. And that's the conundrum that I'm in. I'm always happy that I did not do it. When things don't work out, I'm like, whew, I'm glad I didn't fuck that nigga. You know what I mean? But it's like, she's starting to be like, all right, ho, you got at least one in you. Come on. Like, let's go. And it's also, there's a little bit of too of just like, I don't need nobody thinking that they did something. Like, oh, she let me, and she ain't did this for how long? Shit, I must be special. No. Mama's just tired. You in the right damn place, right damn time type shit. This ain't nothing. You ain't did nothing, nigga. So, I don't know, girl. But yeah, that's what's been on my mind. I'm really just thinking about that a lot, like, And when I get in my next situation, I'm really gonna see. Like, I'm just gonna see. Okay. Y'all think on that while I do this skincare. It says that my camera's dying, which is so bogus because this just got off the charger, but you know how that goes. I'm gonna change this top and then skincare time.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, let me do my teeth first.
I don't follow this exactly. The descendants of any rebel.
Why can't it all work?
5 individual times rent. Look, I don't think that's actually legal.
How long is my associate? Come on, get over here. Go.
I shouldn't say you this, but...
Good morning, my little Clementine. Oh, thank you girls for sending me all the suggestions on cleaning. Ew. Okay, I just woke up. What do you look like when you get up? Ho. Oh, I need new slippers. These hoses, they done for. But anyway, thank y'all for sending me the suggestions on how to clean my fucking aligners. Y'all sent me some great suggestions. The denture cleaner, the Dr. Bronner's, the Dawn. My only question is, what are y'all washing that shit with? Are you using your toothbrush? I don't want to use my toothbrush, and now my toothbrush tastes like Dawn dish soap. Like, what are you scrubbing the aligner with? Are you using a different toothbrush? Because now I'm like, why am I? Now I'm buying another toothbrush. Now I'm using one of my toothbrushes out the pack. But it's like, yes, bitch. Yes, maybe that's what you're doing. Like, is that so bad? Yeah, because I'm gonna get on that immediately. Okay, today's plans go as such. Shower. After shower, go live on TikTok because, pow, mama out of jail. Then I'm gonna take my passport picture. And I'm going live on TikTok while I get ready. Then take my passport picture because I want to renew my passport today. Then walk to the coffee shop. I just want to walk to the coffee shop, one, to get some fresh air, and two, I'm gonna take my laptop and I'm gonna send a few emails. I just want to do that outside the house. That's what I have planned for this Friday evening. That and that only. Maybe I will post on Instagram to celebrate my last day of the scroll detox and just talk about this month and like, I don't know what I got out of it. But girl, I'm gonna have to be honest, a bitch was cheating big time. I may not have scrolled. What I didn't do, here's what I didn't cheat with. I didn't watch not a nan Instagram story, which was at the top of mind when I was thinking about not scrolling, because I don't scroll on Instagram, but on Instagram, I do be on people's Instagram stories. So it's that, right? But on Twitter and TikTok, bitch, I was cheating. Because on TikTok, I would just keep pressing the home button. Like, no, I'm not scrolling. I'm pressing the home button. And I was doing the same thing on Twitter. Yeah, maybe not every time. Yes, I was doing that. I have to admit that. What can I do? Type shit. Like, it was not just done, bitch. So it's just, it is what it is. I'm past it. Like, I'm not about to, like, bitch, this is not, you feel me? But, yeah, here's what I will say. Nah, this was, oh, another reason why I'm like really thankful for all of the aligner suggestions, because I'm tired of using my toothpaste, wasting my toothpaste. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. The days that I did not cheat and wasn't on my phone like that were days that I was spending with my friends, days where I was outside the house. It's on them days, it's those moments, you know, getting up or just like, you know, at night. It's those moments. I'm about to go live. Just like that. Damn, I should have put some music on. Shoot. I wish I put music on. Okay, girls. I've just taken my passport picture. And the thing is that they were all ugly. But we've got to get moving. Like, I can't stand in here any longer. I've gotta go. Like, I've gotta go. So I'm going to take this laptop with me. I'm gonna go to a cafe and I'm going to finish, hello? Yeah, I'm gonna finish my passport application there. What's hurting right now? Is it the headband? Oh, this might be too tight. But I love this look. It's like, I don't want to change this look, but something gonna have to give. I don't think my MacBook is gonna fit in here, so I think I'm gonna take this bag, put my Mac in there. I need a cover for this Mac. That's what I need. And you know what? I think I'm gonna change this headband, because I think it's the headband that's getting too tight. I'm gonna put on this. Even though this is so cute, but that's giving me a headache. And we can't do that. So we'll do this instead. I'm gonna pee and then I'm gonna get the fuck. Cause also I'm gonna eat lunch out. I don't wanna stay in here any longer cause I'm gonna end up eating something in here. Okay, still cute, just the same. Wow, like, is there a chance that I might meet the man of my dreams today? Possibly. And I'll be waiting for him and ready. Bye, girls. Baby, we have made it back, and so has our package. Let's see. What we're hoping is that this wallpaper is not too off from the wallpaper that's already up on the wall. Yes! It's from the same lot! Yes! I was hoping that was gonna be the case. So they have lot numbers, so you could tell, like, if the die is off, you're like, oh, this is off because this is from lot 10 and this one's from lot 8. All of these were from lot 8. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna complete this weekend. Tonight, I need to focus just on the Patreon live, which I just completed the episode. Well, I got a few more little things I wanna do before I complete the topics for that episode. And I think I'm gonna post on Instagram right now. So I'm gonna do that. Damn, I should've got some water. Yo, I walked to this fucking cafe. That motherfucker was closed. These cafes that close at like 12 o'clock, bitch, are you out your motherfucking mind? What the fuck is the point of this shit if you gonna close before like prime time? I said, what the hell? Fabulous. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, we'll put this over there. All right, girls. I'm gonna sit and do that, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye. Okay, I feel like I'm looking nice. Anyway, I just finished the Patreon, and because we were on the topic of sex, I want to continue that conversation real quick from what we was having earlier about me talking about, you know, being ready to, you know, as Phaedra said. So I feel like I mentioned this, but yo, the reason why I can't get to the fucking and the sucking, because it's not off the table, for real. Like, I'm ready to fuck something. Is my discernment is so fucking strong, and I'm so grateful for it. We can't even get there. We can't even get there because I realize I will be in a world of hurt with you. I'm either not being fulfilled in some area, or it's simply just not a match. You feel me? Like, you're just not the guy. And that's what we not gonna do. I'm not about to willingly engage in sex with someone who I know ain't the guy. I don't want that shit that bad. Like, yes, I am ready, but I'm not ready for no foolery. Like, I don't want that. I'm just ready to have some fun. I'm ready to get fucked. And like, Jesus Christ, like, if I was a guy, I'm just thinking about like all of the good women, the good people out here who got their head on their shoulders, right? Who taking care of themselves, who out here being good people, responsible people, ready to love on and get loved on. that they play with. It's like, why are you playing with people like that? And that's why, y'all, I said I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. I don't trust a man that fumbles me. I can't trust your decision making. Like, that's a big fumble, to have me in the palm of your hand and to fumble it. Something's wrong with you a little bit, a lot of it, for real. And I'm not just like trying to big talk myself. I'm just saying, like, that's not a good look at all. I really be looking at that like, oof, you were winning and you fumbled that for what? I'd have to believe that this is just how you move in life. Like, your discernment isn't there. Your discernment isn't there. We're not a discernment match. But yeah, girl. Okay, bye. Wow. I have been on my true crime shit. I just watched the Ruby Frankie documentary on Hulu. Yo. Hey, sorry, I know it's dark in here. But bitch, yeah, what I just watched, and I just couldn't stop watching. I watched all 3 back to back, and I am so fucking tired. I know it's dark, y'all, I'm sorry. Let's maybe go to the bathroom, because I do have to do my stuff. Whew, but that shit right there, bitch, people are insane. That bitch was insane. And Jody Hildebrand, ho, bitch, you are insaner. Hold on. Okay. Uh-oh. Of course it's bad when you want to die. Y'all, I do not do well with foolishness. Like, soon as shit start getting foolish, that's when I clock out. And there's a scene on that damn documentary where the woman, Jody Hildebrand, she was like acting like she was being possessed. And this bitch was like trying to speak like something possessed her, and she was rolling around and speaking in a different voice and saying things like, she's mine now, I own her. And it's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you get nothing out of me. And I just am like, yo, you really gotta be in a real mind hypnosis to not be able to catch when someone is full of shit. Because that woman was full of shit and was running a pyramid scheme and is giving lesbian and essentially just had a crush on Ruby Frankie and finessed her way into being Ruby Frankie's partner. Okay, and in doing so, she isolated Ruby Frankie from her entire family, turned her against her own husband and all her kids. This bitch got 6 kids, disowned one of them, made the other one leave the house, and had the other 4 being tortured. 2 of them technically were not at the house when the police were called, but I'm sure they were going through some mental warfare. It's just like the power that someone can have over you is scary, and I really wonder what it is that'll take somebody there. I feel like in that specific situation, right? Because I'm learning to have patience about these things, because my patience is very thin for foolishness. I keep trying to tell y'all, and I'm being dead ass. Like, me, this is me whole time. Now, how y'all didn't catch that, you know? But it's like, yo, some people are not all the way there with it, you know? Or they have their own traumas that have created blockages in their ability to catch certain shit. I'm a no nonsense, get to the point ass bitch. So, you know, hey, let me change this battery out or I'm gonna get mad when it dies. Hold on. Sorry for the phone smudge. I'm not cleaning that right now. I feel like with the Ruby Frankie of it all, a lot of her blind spots were due to, I feel like, the Mormon culture, and also because she was a lesbian and was fighting her own demons. Because, you know, people who be on that, like, you know, holier than thou, I gotta save you from yourself ass shit, they just projecting. And with Ruby Frankie, it was just a whole bunch of projection constantly. Like, she ended up becoming a part of essentially a cult, which was about telling the truth and fighting entitlement and being accountable. And it's like, your whole way of being as a mother is entitled, and you lie. And the footage that they have, because I haven't given a lot of information. Ruby Frankie was a YouTuber. She was a mom vlogger, and her vlogs were about her and her family. And in this documentary, they had all this footage of her YouTube shit. Like as if someone had took all my footage and was just playing that shit. The shit that I don't post. The shit that gets edited out, right? So they have all that. And what you could see is that she was forcing her kids to be in videos. She was faking the funk. She was asking them to be fake. She literally was telling them, fake, be happy right now. Like, I don't care that you're not happy, fake it. So you feel entitled to having your kids be a part of this thing that you want to do. You also are making your children lie, and you're lying too, about your family dynamic. And all you're doing with this whole truth thing with this other lesbian is projecting onto your kids because you have shame and guilt about the way you live in your life. And that's the shit. It's like, why isn't nobody saying the thing? Why is nobody ready? That's how I feel in life. Like, who's not just calling a spade a spade? Because man, oh man, where are the other family members in that situation? I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just curious, like, what were their thoughts? Because the documentary, there's no other family members in there. They clearly, I bet you they refused to be a part of the documentary. The only people who were in that documentary were the dad and 2 of the siblings. And then the neighbors who never had a relationship with Ruby Frankie. Like, and one of Ruby Frankie's friends who put her onto Jodi Hildebrandt. Really, she guilty too. She ain't guilty, but I know she feel bad. But that father, it's like, yo, I don't know how much of that information he learned at the jailhouse was new information. Cause girl, they brought him into the jail because his wife called him like once. So girl, I gotta tell you what happened. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm sorry. So basically, one of the kids had broke out of the house. He's emaciated. He has duct tape on his wrists and ankles. He has sores all over his body. He is looking like, okay, he needs help. He goes to a neighbor's home, knocks on the door, and asks them to call the police. They call the police come, and the police raid the home, right? And as they're raiding the home, the mom is not there. That other lesbian is, Jodi Hildebrandt. She's in there. And also one of the other siblings, the youngest sibling, she's in there. Her head is shaved and she's just sitting crisscross applesauce in the closet, not speaking. She didn't say not one word, she's just quiet as a mouse. And it's really, really sad because that is not going to leave her. That's not going to leave any of these kids. Like, this is scarring. Anyway, so, bitch, Ruby Frankie calls her husband, because clearly Jodi Hildebrandt called her. Ruby calls her husband like, okay, I have to tell you something. Mind you, she put him out the house, said you gotta go. Because, okay, you are entitled and our relationship needs this break. Okay, you gotta do this for the Lord. He moves out. He ain't spoke to this lady in a year. They're still married. And he's been waiting for her call. Like, he is in love with this woman. They've been together for over 17 years. So, like, yeah. So he sees her name on the phone. He's like, hello? Like, he can't wait. She tells him, okay, I didn't tell you something. The kids are possessed. They're evil. And one of them is talking to the police and telling the police tons of lies. I can't imagine how many lies they're telling the police right now. So the dad, he believes her. He's like, oh, shoot, they're possessed. Because he believed when Jodi Hildebrandt, her bitch ass, was rolling around on the floor, speaking all crazy, acting like she was possessed. So he's like, the kids are possessed too? Ah, you know what? Let me go up to that. I'm going to go up to the police. I'll get him. I'll go and get him. Goes up to the police station. This is what he says happens, right? He didn't know. This is all he knew was what Ruby told him. He gets to the police station. The police officers are like, can you tell us your involvement in the state of your children? He's like, I haven't seen my kids in a year. They're like, what the fuck? Then they say, well, your son knocked on multiple neighbors' doors today and he was emaciated and had sores. He's like, what's emaciated mean? Now you don't know what emaciated means? Okay. Didn't know what emaciated was. He was like, what? And then when they were like, yeah, and he had sores and duct tape on his wrist, on his ankles. What? No. You knew that. You knew that. I'm sorry, but you knew that. I do not believe that he did not know the way that his children were being disciplined. I do believe that he didn't talk to his wife for a year, but I think that type of behavior and that type of like thinking, that culture of discipline, that was something that was going on in the house before they separated. I don't think that was just something that like happened as soon as he left. I think she had been talking like that. She had been acting like that. Y'all, that was already in the air. So yeah, it's just like, man, it's just fucked up. It's just really fucked up. The other true crime thing I watched was the Lacey Peterson doc. I feel like I may have talked about that. Not the doc itself, but just that I watched it. But even that was crazy because I'm just like, I could tell you weird. That's me though. Like, and I know some of y'all got that same thing where you could just tell, like, girl, that man that she married, I said, oh no. I could have been told you something was wrong with him. No, it's something I could just tell. I just can. I'm sorry, but I can. And he gave weird. He gave weird. And especially, you know who gave weird the most is the other true crime thing I watched. Gabby Petitri? I hate that I can't remember her last name, but her name's Gabby. And her boyfriend ended her life. And he was also crazy as fuck and a big time weirdo. And it's just like, yo, when you feel like something's off, you have to make that very much clear. I had a situation before with a friend who was dating someone who I was like, oh no, he gonna end up somebody. I can feel it in my bones. And I bet you he probably has. No, he probably has. I don't know what he been up to. I don't know where the fuck he at. But I told my friend, like, friend, I hate this man. There's a real dark energy around him. I'm like that. Like, if I feel that, I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because I love you. I don't want anything to happen to you. You know what I mean? So, of course, I'm gonna tell you if I think something weird is going on or if I feel some weird energy or whatever the hell. Yeah, but... Oh, I went to Kill Me Crazy today. Found a hair in my kale. Kill Me Crazy is right. Told the cashier. He said, damn, I'm sorry about that. No. Can I give you your money back? No. Can I? He's talking about something I can remake it for you, bitch, so I can get round 2? No, girl. Like, when there's hair in food, I want people to know this. If there's hair in food, just offer money back. If somebody wants you to remake the food, they'll actually remake the food. But most times, more than none, if you've been munching on something and then you notice when you're about to be done that there's a hair in your food, you lose your appetite. Like, I don't want to eat anything from here ever again. And I never will, actually. Like, he will never see this face again, baby. Goodbye. It's just disgusting. If I wanted my money back, I would have got my money back. But I really wasn't pressed about the money. And I wasn't even really gonna even tell him because sometimes it was like he was really young and you just gotta peep the scene. Like, you're not gonna get what you want out of this situation. You know what I mean? If what you want is like, you know, attentiveness and hospitality and like great customer service, like, you gotta really be honest with yourself about whether or not this person's gonna be able to offer you that. He was not gonna be able to give me that shit. So I was just like, I'm not even gonna bother with doing all that because I really don't care about the money. It's spent, and bitch, I ate the whole thing damn near, which was disgusting. It was just making my stomach turn. And so I was doing work in there, and he ended up asking me like, how was everything? Or he asked me like if I needed anything. And I was just like, no, but I do have to tell you, like, I found a hair in my food. And when I showed it to him, I think because it was a small hair, he was just like, that's how he was treating it, like, that. But it's like, bitch, yeah, that. I don't give a fuck if it's an eyelash, it's a hair. I don't want to see that shit in my food. It was sitting right on a piece of chicken. It's just so funny. He didn't even, like, giving me my money back was not even an option. He tell you want me to remake it? Like, no, nigga. Like, the heck? And if I did, I wouldn't want it from the likes of you. You hairy fuck. You got hair falling out. Well, technically, I can start scrolling again. Please hold. This month, I'm going to address my relationship with sweetness. With sweets. Not sweetness, but with sweets. Today I ate 3 cookies. 3 whole cookies from Tish Treats. It was a treat that I gave myself because I went all the way to this place and they was closed. And I saw the Tish Treats and I said, I deserve a treat. I'm thinking about the Ruby Frankie thing again. I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if the siblings talk to each other. I've never been through anything like what those children have been through. But I have been in situations where the adults in my life weren't speaking to each other. Like the adults fell out. And because of it, I didn't have a relationship with those adults. You know, certain sides of my family, same sides of my family. Like, you know, if my mom fell out with somebody, we all fell out with them. You know, none of us are in communication with them. And as an adult, I've attempted to, you know, try to repair and rebuild relationships with family members who I lost contact with because of, you know, my mom falling out with them. And it just gets to a point where you realize, like, yo, everyone is more comfortable. It's more odd to have a relationship than not. Like, it's more foreign, rather, not odd, but it's like, it's foreign to like be in communication constantly with this family member because we haven't done that in so long. Like, we don't have that relationship. So while I may be at that place where I'm like, yo, I want to connect with my family, I want to have a relationship, I want to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody may not be there. The thing about me and that shit though, is that I will patiently wait for everyone to arrive at that place, because even though my family is kind of like all over the place, I'm always going to be open to us being this. You know, I would love for it to be this. I really would. Let me put on some, change this top. So yeah, I wonder if those kids have a relationship with each other. Cause I try and tell my siblings all the time, like, yo, we did not have a good example of siblingship. And I don't blame my parents, because I don't think they had a good example of siblingship, you know? Everyone's just doing what they've seen. They're just mirroring what they've seen. They're just repeating it. And healing for me has looked like not just repeating everything I've seen, but being so aware of my choices and being honest about the life that I want to live, that when I'm met with an opportunity to make a decision on how I want to show up, I choose to do it the way that's going to lead me down that path of what I want, which is love, community, you know, joy. And so yeah, while like my first nature might be something that I grew up in, my healing journey is me trying to operate in a better mindset, in a more like, well, what's gonna take me there mindset. You feel me? And it's a lot of fucking work, because a lot of it is you just kind of like pulling at straws. Like, didn't nobody show me how to be a healed bitch? Now, I'm not mirroring that. That's just me doing this shit on my own. I didn't get a lesson in how to do this, which is why I don't beat myself up on the amount of time it takes or the ebbs and flows in this journey, because this is my first time out here. This is my true life journey, and I'm essentially doing this shit solo dolo. You know what I mean? Not saying there's nobody else out there healing, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm doing this and I'm supporting myself. I don't really have anyone to heal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, familial in the family sense. I have friends who are on their own healing journey, but we have different lives. We have different experiences. I'm speaking more so like somebody to heal with who has experienced what I experienced and like knows what the fuck is going on. But that's the thing, like, that's again where like the understanding comes from, because I'm just like, yo, I also get it. Like, everybody not gonna arrive at this place all at the same time. Is that frustrating? Of course. Absolutely, it gets frustrating sometimes. Of course, I want people to just be right where I am and get it and understand. Or when I tell them this is the way to go, they just do that shit. But that's not realistic. And that's not actually helpful. If somebody forced me to get to this place, I wouldn't respond well to that. I chose to be here. I got here through a lot of my own hardships and things that I've had to learn in life. You know, things that I've gained and things that I've lost. So I would not try and force somebody to be here in this same mindset with me. I'll let them get here. I'll let them arrive. So I did decide I was not going to be participating in Ramadan this year for multiple reasons. One, I'm just not prepared. Like, it's a real challenge, and I feel like I need to be mentally prepared for something like that, and I'm just not. And then also, I just don't think that would be great for my body right now. So instead, I'm just going to do my sugar detox, okay? Really address my relationship with sweetness this month and maintain my fitness routine, because that's where I'm at right now. So that's what I'll be doing. One thing I really want to do is go to the doctor and get a blood test done so I can figure out what I'm deficient in, if anything, and then start getting those supplements. I don't want to just be taking supplements. I stopped taking all my supplements because I'm just like, I don't really know what I need to be taking. Okay, gonna do a double cleanse because I had that makeup on all day. Oh, another thing about the Ruby Frankie thing. I'm sorry, but like, cause I hate the bullshitting of it all. Like, y'all are bullshitting. At one point, they were talking about Jody and Ruby's relationship and whether or not there was something else going on. And the dad is talking and he's like, oh, there was definitely something going on. They had a very intimate relationship, so intimate that it would make you uncomfortable. So as these super devout, what's the word? These super heavy religious people, because Mormons, they don't play, right? I fucking watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I know what's going on. They don't play. So if you started believing that your wife was having a gay relationship with y'all's therapist, who wasn't a therapist, whose license was revoked, right? And she out here perpetrating and lying. But if you felt like your wife was cheating on you, okay? Mind you, you're actively taking classes from the person who your wife is cheating on you with on how to be a better husband. If you thought that your wife had a relationship with this woman, what would possess you to allow your wife to put you out the house, okay, and move you away from your kids? What did your relationship with your kids have to do with your relationship to her? And this is why I say I don't believe him when he acts like he didn't know how the kids were being disciplined or what exactly she was doing to them, because you allowed her to make you leave the house. Like, just stop. Just stop. I don't believe him for a second. I really don't. You knew something. You knew something. And these kids are young, and you're okay with not seeing them for a year? Stop. Stop. You knew something and you were allowing it because you believed it. You believed it too. You are also not a safe person. So I hope those kids are not with him and they're someplace safe. They didn't talk about that shit. You know, like where the kids are now and who they're with and shit. But they damn sure shouldn't be with his ass. He abandoned them and allowed that to happen to them. That's just what I think. And I don't get it wrong. How is there a scratch already on these glasses? That ain't right. Yo, that's crazy. I think they're making glasses cheaper. I don't get scratches on my lenses. These glasses are fresh. Like, these are new fucking frames. I wore them for the first time today, and there's a scratch on them. I have glasses that I've owned for like 9 years that don't have a scratch on them. Like, I do not scratch up my lenses. This has a whole scratch on it. It's shit like that where it's like, I will go back. Like, and y'all can look at me crazy if you want to, but I will have them remake these lenses. Cause, yeah, like, I don't know what y'all doing in the lens factory, but I'm not okay with that. And now I gotta deal with a blur because there's a damn scratch on my I've had these glasses for a few years, not a damn scratch on them. How did that happen? Yeah, I do not like that. And this is like a scratch. Anyway, I don't even really like these frames that much. They looked better the day that I tried them on. And one of my things I realized, like, I can't be with friends when I'm buying glasses because they'll bump my head up. I have to buy glasses solo dolo. When there are other people there, I can't see when other people are there. I'm blinded by all the compliments. I have to be by myself. I must have been washing my face too hard because my face is red. Why can't all my skin be like my forehead? It's clear, it's beautiful. Like, my forehead skin is the best. Oh, that's another thing. I am going to go to an esthetician. I asked a friend of mine to give me a recommendation. She has beautiful skin and she don't play. Once I go to the esthetician, obviously I'll show you guys the whole thing. I haven't even made an appointment, but I did go to her site to see what she offers. And I'm gonna just get me a little facial. And I think keeping up with some facials will get me to my skin goal, which is just like less visible pores, getting rid of the scarring on my face, and that's it. Honestly, just like, you know, I want makeup free skin. And so yeah, I'm gonna see about that real soon. We'll be looking into that, cause yeah, maybe I washed too hard. My face is so red. For the last couple of days, I've just been doing the same thing. Well, that's not true. The last couple of days, I've actually been using my Adapalene, the different gel. And then the days that I'm not using that, I use the dark correcting serum. And I also use this during the daytime too. I've been using this during the daytime. So I do this first, and then I put the snail mucin on top of it. And then I put my moisturizer on top of that. And also this week I used the Polish Choice, the BHA, the dark gray bottle. I used that earlier this week. But yeah, texture wise, skin's super smooth, it's looking good. But yeah, it's not a texture thing, it's a dark spot thing. But I can tell that they're lightening up. You know when you can just tell, like I know my skin and I know that they're gonna lighten up. But yeah, I feel like similarly to your teeth, you need a deep cleaning. Like there's some stuff you just can't get to. Like I'm not using high grade skincare, you know? So there's just buildup that I need a professional to get out. And so yeah, I want a nice deep hydrofacial type cleansing. Like yeah, let's get all those pores, let's suck all that out. I want that gunk out. And so yeah, I feel like a good 3, you know, stops to a facialist. Expensive, but it's like that money's gonna go somewhere. You know, if I'm not spending it with the facialist, I'm gonna spend it someplace doing something. And so I can budget for that because I do really want to get my skin together. And so that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. Hopefully I like the lady and like I like her services. I really think I will. I'll trust my friend's suggestion and I'll share all that stuff once I go and I can say like, yeah, you guys should go here. She also sent me someone for like lasers and like a whole bunch of like new wave skincare. And so maybe I'll check that out too once I get, you know, comfy cozy. I'm still not ready for like a Botox filler conversation. I just don't see myself going down that lane because I will regret it if I don't love it. I will forever feel like I fucked my face up and it's irreversible. And I just can't put myself through that level of turmoil. Like, I know me. I just can't do it. So it's just like, how about I deal with the things that I can control? Aging is going to happen and I don't even mind aging. The world minds me aging, but I don't mind me aging. Like, bitch, I'm getting older. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. Like, we're supposed to start visibly looking older. It's too much. But yeah, I'm gonna just do what I can do to make sure I look at myself and I always like what I see. And when I don't, you know, I address it. That's why I'm getting on this sugar shit. Because I feel like the sugar I'm starting to see it in my face. I'm definitely seeing it in my damn love handles. Like, that's when I'm like, bitch. Because it's all in my love handles. So that's gotta go. It's also in my lower belly. Like, I feel like I'm just like storing the sugar that I'm eating. And so hopefully with me removing sugar from my diet, I will begin to see, you know, some differences. But okay, girls, I'm about to lay it on down and I'll see y'all in the morning.
TikTok shit that y'all saw without lying when I went to meet that person was just in Miami.
Girl, day 1 of being able to scroll again, that's all I've been doing. Alright, catch me up on what's going on. Girl, I'm knee deep in some future lore. Wow, having a blast. Sitting here enjoying my food, watching it all go down. I said, oh wow. I was trying to think of what I wanted to do today, but I feel like everything's gonna be like making me spend money. And I really don't want to spend any money. I've been drinking out of this thing lately. I don't want to spend any money. I sat outside and just sunbathed this morning. It was amazing. I cleaned my shower. I feel like maybe I'll do some work or something. Like, all I want to do is be in the passenger side of a nigga car right now. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I get it. But that's what I would like to be doing on this here Saturday. Just looking cute, smelling good, giggling. I feel. My friend just texted me that she in town.
Just as she begins a promising, more conventional relationship with Alan, a successful 50-something in Manhattan. As a romantic crossroads blossoms into a full-blown identity crisis, Allie juggles to keep these two very different men separate and to make sense of her own conflicting desires before she risks losing them both. Love it. Great.
Can't wait to watch this. Also, we need Natalie Portman in a better rom-com than...
I have a movie idea that'll kill every movie idea. I'm telling you something. Bitch done kicked the battery dead. Yeah, girl. Nah, I do have a movie idea. I have two. Actually, I have a series that needs to be on Max, like, immediately. It's so good. I have two series. One is giving Netflix, the other is giving Max. And then my movie idea, that shit's so tough. It's so good. It really fucking is. It really is. I just gotta. You feel me? But anyway, I turned the camera on because I'm sitting over here thinking about the Ruby Frankie shit again, because I'm just like, you know what? And another thing, you talking about your kids are possessed. Meanwhile, y'all were literally videotaping the bitch who was supposed to be your therapist possessed with some sort of demon, and you let her move into your house. If you gave a fuck about that type of shit and demons and keeping that shit away from you and out the home, if you truly believe that was the case, I'm sure you would not have let this woman move into your home who was literally possessed by a demon in front of your face. Meanwhile, your kids ain't doing nothing but talking back and doing like little kid shit. I just, when it comes to calling bullshit, it's like we just gotta call it, especially when kids are involved. Like, I'm not about to play with y'all. And I'm talking to the dad too. This is why I'm saying, like, the dad is more involved than he's letting on, because you were sitting right there while that lady was being possessed by a demon. Periante. Like, this is not you hearing that your wife thought that your kids were possessed. That was not the first time you heard that. And I'm sure that that was not the first time you all discussed the methods and lengths that you would go to remove those demons from your kid's body. And the reason why Ruby Frankie ended up getting as much jail time as she did and got 6 counts of child abuse is because her stupid ass was writing down everything that she was doing to those kids in a fucking folder, and the police found it. So everything that the little boy said she was doing, she had wrote that shit down like a jackass. So they knew everything was true, that she had did everything that he said she did. It was not anything that they could argue. They had to sit up in that court and just say, yes, I'm guilty. Which I'm happy at least we didn't have to go through them trying to lie and act like they didn't know what the fuck and no, I didn't do it. I'm glad that that didn't have to happen. Tired of that shit, bitch. You did it. But I'm just saying, like, those kids, they shouldn't be with that dad either, because something wrong with him too. You were compliant. Even if you were not the one spearheading shit, you were allowing shit. That makes you just as guilty. Those kids, the way that woman was writing in that fucking notebook, those children would have been, their lives would have ended. Okay? If that boy did not find his way out that home and knock on those neighbors' doors. Like, that's how bad it was. That's how crazy she was talking. She had alluded to that in one of the things she said. It was just like, I don't care, you know, something about him dying. I just was like, oh Lord Jesus, that's too much. The only people possessed by demons are y'all. And stop putting it on these kids. You feel like you possessed because you gay, and that's not allowed where you from. You are projecting. Ain't nothing possessed but you. At this stage in the game, like, it's 2025. Who cares if you like coochie or penis? Like, why is that still a thing? I really hate that that's so, like, creates so much turmoil for people to the point to where they'll do bodily harm to somebody else. I think that is literally psychotic. Another thing, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but, like, that's a major turnoff for me with men. If you act so, like, I ain't with that gay shit, bitch, you done. I had a guy that I was talking to, and he was on my head about wanting kids. And you know, I was telling him like, I don't think I want kids, and if I wanted kids, it would have to be with someone who I knew was committed to actually raising a good person, not to having a kid and it be this like something they mark off their list of like, yes, I did that, I'm an adult, I got the family, I have the house, I did it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not having kids for that reason. So this fool constantly talking about kids and shit, and I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Let me give you a hypothetical, and this could be problematic, but I need to know where your head is at. And so I was like, you know, what would you do if your son decides he does not align with being a boy and he wants to be a girl? He feels like he is a girl and he wants to start to identify as a girl. What would you do? And he was like, I'm not going to be okay with that. I don't think I would allow that. Skirt. Stop right there. And that's why I'm not having kids with you, okay? That is not your story to tell. That's not your job to try and decide who somebody's supposed to be and who they're not supposed to be. And obviously we had a larger conversation, and that's where I'm coming from right now with what I'm saying. But it's like his reasoning for being upset about that was that bullshit of like, society is putting that on our kids. Society is putting that on our kids. If what society is putting out is what is making an impression on our kids so much, then your kid should probably be heterosexual, because they're going to see that 10,000 times more than they'll see trans relationships or gay relationships. So why isn't your kid straight then, if that's the case? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often do you see a trans couple, you know, on a show and it's just like a normal thing? It's not like a whole like storyline. It's not normalized. People are trying to normalize them as people, as they should be, but it's not normalized to the point where you could be like, oh, that's why people gay, that's why people want to be trans, because they saw it on TV. No, sweetheart, stop talking. There's been trans people forever, and we're just now getting to a place where we're trying to normalize showing them in life as a part of other people's lives and their own lives. It's just like, the whole thing is tired with me. Even like the whole like, oh, I don't want my son to be gay, or, you know, or I would be disappointed. I'm like, well, why would that be disappointing? And it's just like, you know, because I feel like I had done something wrong. And it's like, you feel like you did something wrong because your son's attracted to boys? What would be a moniker if you doing something right if he was attracted to women? It makes it right because he's being like you? Because you turning them into you? Because see, that's the thing, another thing of like, well, I don't want to have kids. I would not be having kids so then they can be like me. That's not my goal, is to have kids and they end up just like me. No, this is going to be their own. This person that I would birth would be their own person. My role as their mother would be to make sure they are loved endlessly, fed, clothed, supported. That's my job. Not all that other silly shit. My job is not to make sure that my daughter ends up liking boys and not girls. What? What are we talking about? It's just, that shit is irritating to me. Because it's like, you know you're not making no sense. And if you don't know, I be quick to tell a nigga like, that doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make sense. And yeah, no. And I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it's just men that have that ignorant point of view. There are women too who feel that way and who try to conflate sexuality with religion. And if you are a person who likes the same sex, then you are a person who is not of God, or you've lost your way. Girl, please. You gotta stop. You really do. And I'm assuming because you fornicating, okay, having sex before marriage, that it's okay because you are sucking and fucking dick. But if it was coochie you was dealing with, then it would be a problem. That would be against the good book, right? Just stop talking, please. People love to make what's the word I'm looking for? Excuses for why their behavior is still considered godly and Christian-like. But when it's something they don't like, then that's when you can start pulling out all these things. Just stop. That goes back to what I was talking about just like calling bullshit when you see it. Like, I have to call out bullshit. We have to call out bullshit collectively. Because if you don't, it just continues. I'm not gonna let nobody around me talk like that, act like that. That shit's tired. I've had to have a conversation with friends. I have these types, trust me when I say I have these conversations with friends, men and women. I'm just like, yo, what? Like, And I'm glad that I'm in their life and they're in mine, because if they didn't have me, they might continue to move and operate and talk like that. And we can't have that. I certainly don't want my friends out here having an ignorant point of view. And honestly, the thing about it is just that it's just a tired point of view. Like, you think that way because you were raised that way. I will not raise children out of fear. I will not raise children with the attempt for them to avoid, you know, certain aspects of themselves. Why would I want my kid to feel like they are less of a person or like they've disappointed me because of who they're sexually attracted to? The conversation is so bogus to me that I literally get irritated, because it's just like, what exactly are we talking about? And why do you think you're so damn much better than somebody else because you like the opposite damn sex? Like, why does that make you more like mentally right than the next person? Because they also like to play that like something's like mentally wrong with you. You fucked up in the head if you gay, or if you, that's what you truly believe. Anyway, I don't want my video to not be able to be monetized, because when I have these kind of conversations, I'll get a ding on my account. Believe it or not, I don't know if y'all know that. Any like cursing within the first few minutes of the video or conversations like this, they will restrict your account, because there are certain companies that don't want their ads being played in conversations like this. So, but yeah, girl. Anyway, my homegirl's gonna come over and hang out for a bit, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill. It's a beautiful day, but there will be more beautiful days. I'm looking at myself like, do I believe this? Will there be more beautiful days? There will be more beautiful days. So I'm gonna chill, maybe get some work done, and I'll see you girls when I get back. Cute. She might be an artist or something like that. I don't even like coloring books that look like this, that are like super intricate and shit. I like when coloring books are like big and easy to color. Like, I hate that. I like children's coloring books, but I have fun coloring that. Bye.